Okay. Since I'm literally a YouTuber now, I'm gonna do a recap of my trip to New Orleans. Because I was like, okay, who was I? I was talking to somebody. Also, does anyone know how to turn on heat at UNC? Let's talk about it. Let's look at this. Hey, there we go. Okay, this is what it looks like. So, like, you hit power, right? Because you think that's what would happen. Okay, but the heat is coming out of this. Keep in mind. Here's all my magnets. Okay, so power on. Okay, so that's just not even working. Is it plugged in? It's plugged in. So okay. I don't know. So basically, what happened was I went into it all and like I took a video of me trying to open up the door because I googled it and it says that like you have to open up the door. I don't understand it. I opened up the door that I tried to open. I like opened up the radiator and then nothing was behind there, so it was actually just like a pipe. So then I remembered that my roommate actually gets really cold and has a heater, so I turned on that heater. So my trip to New Orleans, let's talk about it. This is probably gonna be a longer video, and I took a lot of videos on the way over there, so I'll add those in. But yeah, let's chat. Let me put up my watercolors. So basically, okay, lit. So basically, my sister wanted me to drive her to the airport, cause this is over like fall break at UNC, and so my sister was like, "Hey Claire, like, can you drive me to the airport?" And so I said, "Yes, of course. Like, we're sisters. Of course, I'm gonna drive you." So I like go and I like take her to the airport. I want to change the music. Okay. So I went to the classical radio station. I love my radio player / record / cassette / CD player. It's wonderful and amazing. Highly recommend. Anyway, let's get on with it. So basically, I'm coming back from the airport and I'm about to go hang out with my friend Will that like I literally met like a few days before. And I'm like, like, I'm really enjoying driving. Like, I could go anywhere. And I had the car for, like, the whole weekend because my sister was gone. And so, I, like, call my friend Will. And I'm like, hey, like, crazy idea. Like, instead of hanging out, like, let's go on a trip. And he's like, okay, sounds good. And so I'm like, let's go to Mexico. And he's like, oh, I don't have my passport. And I'm like, okay, let's go to New Orleans then. Because like live jazz, right? So literally like I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. We get back. My friend is like, I have a friend that goes to Tulane, so I call her up. I'm like, hey, what if I come crash at your place and I bring my friend Will? And she's like, yeah, like pull up. And she like sent a picture of him. I was like, okay, so I'll put that here. If I can, I actually don't know how to do that. We'll see. We'll see if iMovie has a thing. Because that's what I'm editing these clips together with. And so I was like, okay, lit, let's pull up. And she's like, yeah, like come stay. Like you guys Will can sleep on the floor and you can sleep in the bed with me. I'm like, okay, sounds good. So then like Will calls his mom and his mom's like, yeah, sounds good. I've been sick for so long. Like 2 weeks. 3 weeks maybe. Okay. And so then we like hop in the car. Literally like immediately after, like we like pack like so fast and we like hop in the car and we just start driving. Like it's like a 30-minute turnaround from like when I like call and I'm like, hey, like let's go, to when we're in the car. It's like insane. And so then we like just start driving. I just put in New Orleans and we just start going and it's like we like left at like 10 p.m. and we just like went. I drove most of the way. We'll drove for a little bit, but it was like I just like drove and then we like slept, and then like we just drove some more. I like slept whenever I got too tired to drive, because drowsy driving is as bad as drunk driving. And I just had a lot of coffee, and we just like locked in. And then we took a lot of vlogs on the way over. We stopped by Buc-ee's. We vlogged that for sure. I'll add the vlog. I'm vlogging. Will is pretending to be asleep, but he's not.
Oh my god, leave me alone.
We are now 2.5 hours away.
Oh my god.
And it like looks different. Like this is our view. This is all a river over here. I don't know if you can tell, but it's, you want to take a phone?
Before I call the police on you.
No, we're not in Georgia anymore.
Oh, we're not in Georgia anymore?
Yeah.
I guess we're
We've been in Alabama for like 3 hours.
Oh wait, you're right. We're in Alabama.
And we're about to be in Louisiana.
We're really excited, aren't we?
We are. We've driven over like 20 rivers in the past like 10 minutes. We're like,
I've been pretending to be asleep, so I have not seen anything.
we're currently like on top of a river. Like we're like parallel, like but like not parallel. Like we're on top of the river, and like the entire thing.
You
is
can
sun
see it,
still.
like you can see like this, like the, is it like swampy areas around here?
Yeah.
That's why all the trees look like that. That's insane. And then look at this awesome bridge. Amazing. Loki, want to climb up that? That would be an amazing smoke spot.
It would
Oh,
be.
dude.
Okay. Anyway, that's the vlog. Goodbye, everyone. Hello.
You're gonna get pulled over. We just left Buc-ee's. It was very American. I was very scared. The white men in the bathroom were touching me and I didn't like it.
They were touching you.
They were. No lie.
We also got air in our tires. We've been low air pressure.
And we met the
Entire
sweetest
trip.
southern woman and man.
Oh my goodness, they had such a good accent. I
They
felt like I was
did.
just
They
at home.
did. I didn't. I
we
felt out of
filled up our
place.
tires, and now we're back on the road. We got
Back on the
5 more hours.
We got it.
And we're good.
We're
And we're
gonna
there.
we're gonna stop. Wait, are we gonna stop by a thrift store?
I'm down.
Let's do it.
Yay!
Welcome, Buckaroos. Yes. What the fuck? Oh my god, the sun is so bright.
Oh my god, it is like not even 8 a.m.
The sun actually looks awesome on camera. Hey guys.
Okay, we are 2 miles from Buc-ee's.
Oh, that's-
Count of 1, 2.
2 miles. 2 miles. How do I turn it around? Oh my god, where are we? We're in Montgomery, Alabama.
Montgomery, and we've been driving since 10 p.m. last night. It is now
It is now
7:45 a.m.
7:45.
We got about 5.5 more hours.
Why am I like eating right now?
I'm tired of shit. Oh, police.
Oh, I have the fucking phone. But yeah, she's scared 'cause she's a little bitch. Yeah, I said it. But we're going to Buc-ee's and I've never been. I'm very excited.
Buc-ee's! Oh my god! Oh, this is so hype. Okay.
Let's see.
Okay, so then we get there. We were so hype about Buc-ee's. I can't even I love Buc-ee's. And so then we get there. Turns out my friend has a Buc-ee's lighter. I'll add in the picture of her. If I can. I don't really know how to do that. But, yes, then we're just hanging out. I just see my friend. We have a good time. We go out. There's wings. I think the first night was wing night. I don't really remember. But, I know the first night was wing night because that was the only night that I went out with everybody. So we go out and we there's a really good deal. It's 25-cent wings or something, or 20-cent wings or something like that. So of course I get a ton of wings and I try to try all the flavors. I meet this random guy there and he and I just start chatting and he's getting different wings than I am. So we trade and I get some of his wings, he gets some of my wings, even though I low-key ate more of his wings than he ate of mine, but he was really nice about it. So I don't think he actually cared. But great wings, big fan, delicious. The hot honey were the best by far. Anyway, so then we chill, we go out, we go dancing, have a great time. We're out until pretty late, and then we get back and we just crash. And then next day we wake up really late. I'm just I'm big chilling the next day. And I realized that I have a lot of homework I have to do this weekend, and I have an exam coming up right after the weekend. So I'm I need to study for my exam. And so I like go into like downtown New Orleans. I go to like this cute little coffee shop. And the matcha was terrible matcha. But that's okay because I got a lot of work done. And I tagged the bathroom, which is cute. But like it was like I got everything because I low-key X'd out of that before it finished doing the little circle thing. But also I don't know if you can literally hear the radio guy, the DJ in the background, but he's chatting up about the pianist. Anyway, so then we go to so then I'm over and I'm at the coffee shop. I'm like studying or whatever. And I'm like, I'm in New Orleans, live jazz, let's go. And so I chat GPT where to find the best live jazz in New Orleans. And it says this one street. And so I'm like, okay, let's go. And by this time it's like 7, right? So then I like drive over there and it takes so long to find parking. But I find parking that isn't paid parking because that's ridiculous. I never pay for parking unless I absolutely have to. And then I'm just like walking like up and down the street, and there's so much live jazz. Like I'm having the best time ever. Like I'm not trying to pay to go in. So I'm literally like standing outside the windows on the street. Like I'm like becoming friends with the bouncers. I like meet the wives of some of the musicians because they're like sitting at the window. I'm like standing like on the other side of the wall. And like there's just so much stuff like that where I'm just like chatting with everyone. It's so awesome. And because like you usually have to like pay the cover fee, and then you have to buy a drink, or you have to do both. And like I didn't want to either, so I literally just like stood at the doorway and at the windows, and I was just like having the best time listening to them. I was just like going up and down the street, and at one part of the street there's like this one musician. Wait, let me see if I have videos. I have so many videos. I will try to add in between the pieces if I can, but or like on top of it. I don't really know how to edit videos like that, but I'll try to add it all in. And so there's this one, and we stop, and I like stop, and I'm like watching this like one at this like one bar for like a little bit. I'm literally just standing outside the doorway, and it's like this like guy on guitar, and he's just like playing some blues. It's like more blues than jazz. And then there's this sax player that's like definitely like a little bit drunk or something, and I'm just sitting there having a great time. They're both really good, so I'm like jamming with the, if there's music, I'm pretty much gonna dance. That's like pretty. I was literally in my jazz exam the other day, and they were playing stuff on the exam. I was jamming out, Anyway, I dance in the gym. I'll dance anywhere there's music. And so then I'm like having a good time. Anyway, there's this sax player, and he's like, I don't even think he was paid to be there. I'm pretty sure he told me he wasn't. But I'm pretty sure he came up to me in between the sets, and he was like, I'm not even meant to be here. But he like definitely just like came up and like joined this guitarist, and like the guitarist was just like, he was like paid to be, like he was like the one who was like there for the night, and then the sax player just like joined in on his set, I guess. But so I'm having a great time. I'm just jamming out to them, and then he starts like winking at me and like and I'm like, oh, because he's like definitely like 24 or like around that age. I'm not good at ages, but he's a lot older than I am. So I'm like, okay, and I like leave, and then I start to hear this one group of people just like start like breaking out into like music like on the street, like on the edge of the sidewalk, and I'm like, this is my time to shine, because this is my time to shine because I can actually be like a normal paying customer and just be on the street, even though like I'm not a paying customer, but like I'm the same as the other people who are paying in this scenario. So I'm like having a great time. I immediately like run on over. And also like there's all sorts of other stuff going on in the street. There's like people playing chess. There's like tarot readings. There's like poetry people with their typewriters out. It's so cute. And so like I'm over there. I'm just like jamming out. I'm having a great time. It's like me and this like old lady and her husband and like another older couple. And And we're all just dancing, we're jamming out, we're having a great time. I'm having the best time. The crowd starts to get bigger, and like all these people start coming up. I'm coming like left and right, and it's like musicians are coming and joining. Like same with that sax player. That sax player ends up coming over and joining. Okay, so it's just like the coolest thing ever. There's like, I guess it's like normal to just like walk up and down the street with like your like instrument, but like there's like people like coming out of like the walls. Like there's people coming out of the crevices and just like jamming out and just like adding to it's the coolest thing ever. I love it. And I'm in like an introduction to jazz class right now too, so it's like super super cool because like I understood like the form of like how they were like do it. It was so cool, and I'm just like dancing. I'm there just like dancing for like 30 minutes. Anyway, there's like this group of like kids that come over, and they're like my age, and they look so cool. I'm like so intimidated by them. They all have like really awesome outfits, and like they look so cool. And so eventually, I'm just like, I should talk to them. I should become friends with them. So I'm talking so loudly. I actually like I'm telling you, I need like a volume like meter. I feel so bad for my suite mates. I just like talk so loudly, but I really get that from my dad though. But anyway. So, I'm just, like, having the best time ever. I'm jamming out. And, oh yeah, and these people, like, come up. And they're so cool. And so, eventually, I talk to one of them. And I, like, tell her, like, I like her jacket or something. And, like, we just start talking. And, like, I become friends with all of them. And, like, we go around and we go to, like, this art festival thing that's down the street. And it's so cute. But eventually, I'm like, okay, I have to get home. And so, then I, like, go back. And I go to Tulane, and I, like, park the car. But by this point, it's, like, probably, like, 11. And so, by this point, everybody's already out again for the night. And so, I have no way of getting back into the dorm. So, I sleep in my car. Which, honestly, not bad. I locked it. I was super safe with it. I had my weighted blanket, so I was not cold. Shout out weighted blanket. Good morning, everyone. I slept in the car. I have this, like, rash. I don't know where I got it. I don't know where it came from. Anyway, I'm off to go read in a coffee shop. The only issue with it was my phone was incredibly dead. And I didn't really want to waste the gas on, like, charging it because I had spent so much money on gas getting over. I was really, like, in a gas saver mentality. So I just, like, my phone was just dead. But next morning, I wake up, and I'm just, like, wandering around Tulane. I wake up really early because I'm, like, literally in the car, and, like, there's, like, runners running past me. Because it's, like, morning jog, I guess. I'm, like, in, like, a really wealthy neighborhood, so it's, like, the people that, like, can have that, like, clean girl mentality. I mean, everyone can have the mentality, but the people that can put into practice type of stuff. So then I'm just, like, wandering around, and what am I saying? Oh, yeah, I'm wandering around, and, like, I, like, end up, like, you can't get anywhere in Tulane without being a student, basically, is what I learned. But I end up seeing this guy that I met on the first night, and he, like, fobs me into the dining hall. And I, like, at this point in time, like, there's this book that I am obsessed with. It's called Babel. Loved it. Highly recommend. And I was, like, 400 pages in of, like, the, like, 600 or something like that. And so I was just, like, I was so deep into it. And so I'm, like, in the dining hall, and, like, there's, like, a second floor. And so I just, like, I'm there really early. It's, like, 8 a.m. And so I, like, get, like, a ton of food. And I just go up to the second floor, which apparently wasn't open to the public at the time, but they had it roped it off. And I don't go to that school, so I didn't know. And so I just sat up there by myself and just read and, like, charged everything. Like, I just charged my computer and my phone and just sat and read and ate for, like, 4 or 5 hours. It was so nice. And so then, like, my friend that goes to Tulane, she was, like, talking to me, and she was like, hey, like, you and good? She was like, yo, like, you good? Like, do you want to, go to this, like, football game that we have today? And she, like, got me a ticket and everything, and I was like, like I would love to, but I had so much homework to do at this point. And so I was like, I just need to lock in and do my schoolwork, and then I can join you guys tonight. And she was like, okay, sounds good. So then I like go back to her dorm. She lets me in. I take a shower. I get clean, like yada yada yada. I change for the day. I pack up all my stuff, and me and my friend Will, that I hadn't seen like for the past 24 hours, because he was just in the dorm like the whole day before because he wasn't feeling well. And he and I go out, and we like go into New Orleans, and we're like exploring. We find this really cute coffee shop that like used to be a bank. It was super cool, and we're studying there, and I spill my tea on my computer, and I am freaking out. Okay, because I cannot afford a new computer, so I immediately like try to turn it on because like I want to see if it still works. And it turns on, and it's like acting weird and blah blah blah. Apparently, if you spill water on your computer or any liquid, you're supposed to immediately turn your computer off, not turn it on, and have it dry for 24 hours in a tent position. Because I turned it on, I fried all the circuits, and my computer was dead. So, it's still dead. I now have a cute little Lenovo. We love her. But I was, like, so sad. So, I'm literally, like, calling all my friends. I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Anyone that knows anything about a computer or would seem like they know about a computer, I am on the phone with them. I'm, like, running to the store to get rice, and I'm told that, like, rice doesn't help. My friend, like, his dad, like, knows all about computers. I'm just taking his word for, like, solid gold, because he's with his dad at the time, too. So then I'm just, like, sad. So then I'm like, okay, well, like, let's go thrifting. So then we find this cute little thrift store, and I'm like, okay, let me try on a bunch of really fun outfits. So we're going around, and I'm trying on a bunch of, like, all these, like, random outfits. And let me do a montage. Hey.
We are looking at the Y2K bin.
I got, hold camera.
Amazing.
New Orleans.
Exactly what you mean.
My computer may be dead, so this is our little pick-me-up.
It is. One.
So that was fun. And then basically after that, I just ended up getting a t-shirt. But whatever, we had fun. And then I go and we go to this comic book store. And I get some comic books, which is awesome. I now have comic books. I'm basically a collector. I have like 3 of them. It's like pretty much all Spider-Woman, because she's so cool. Anyway, and then I think it's entirely Spider-Woman. I could go check right now, but I'm not going to. And then we come back. Oh wait, no, and then we go to a different coffee shop, I think. I'm getting lost of what we did, but I'm pretty sure we go to this different coffee shop. It's so cute. I love it. And I'm like taking little pictures there, and like I'm just really reading my book because I love my book, and I now don't have a computer. So, and then we're there for a good little while, and then we go to McDonald's. Anyhow, so then we went to McDonald's. And then I called my friend. I said, hey, turns out my computer's destroyed and I have an exam, so we gotta head out, but love you. And then, which was actually really sad because I barely got to see her, but it's okay, we persevere. And then I like stopped back by that like Jazz Street, and like I go around and I like see like a couple of like few more like musicians, and it's super awesome again because love live jazz. And then we head out and we go back and we drive back, and I listen to Pimp a Butterfly, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, and all the jazz songs I'm about to be tested on. And you know what? I got all the moral of the story, is do your spontaneous things, because wonderful, wonderful, epic time on a great trip. And I feel so cool when people are like, oh my god, Claire, you're so cool. That's so spontaneous of you. I'm like, no big deal, but it really is no big deal. And it's like, it's never as like crazy as you think it's gonna be. Gas is a lot to pay for, but I've always said if there's one thing I will always spend money on, it is gas and food. I mean, those are two things, but like like grocery store food, not like going out to eat, but like grocery store food, I will always spend money on, and I will always spend money on gas. And like, if you got those two things, life is good, life is lovely. So yeah, happy fall break, even though this is a little bit late. That's the story.